Fatal shootings involving officers has spurred many law enforcement agencies around the country to equip officers with body cams.
Why not utilize technology in order to document that? And as I've always said, to show the good work that takes place in our communities. And if we're doing something wrong, it will also capture that.
But those cameras will also capture the worst moments of some people's lives. Retired Lieutenant Phil Murphy fully supports the use of body cams, believes they're an excellent tool, but he also thinks there are a lot of issues that still need to be worked out.
I don't think, we have policies set in place, or does the general public realize many uncomfortable situations are recorded or would be potentially recorded. And what rights do citizens have so that those stay private?
Back to answer that question, law professor Emily Chang and Ian Adams, with the Order of Police, the Fraternal Order of Police. I want to create a scenario, Emily. What privacy rights do people have? Let's say an officer comes to the door, the camera's rolling, there's no crime actually committed, but could that video then actually make it out into the public consumption?
It's a great question, Dee Dee, and I think there are two separate issues. There's the legal issue. If the officer is entitled to be at your house, the officer can also record things. There's no Fourth Amendment issue. It's not like the officer breaks into the house and is recording things illegally. The second issue, though, that you raise, I think, is the one that's more concerning for people, which is, well, what happens to the recordings after they're made? And I think that's a critical issue that we're going to have to deal with if we start handing out body cams left and right, is figuring out where's the footage kept, who has access to it, under what circumstances can it be used, and how long will it be maintained?
I know a lot of police officers again worry about just what do you do with that video, and how do you store it, and how do you review it so that you've looked at it? It can be a huge, daunting process.
The privacy concerns are the main concern of our organization. We support the proper implementation of body cameras, but you have to understand that police officers are the first line responders to our most vulnerable victims. Victims of the most serious crimes, and we're inside people's homes recording that if we're wearing a body camera. So there's a lot of conversation that still needs to take place with our community leaders, with the community members, and the police departments to figure out the right balance there.
As those body cams, because they're just going out now. Many agencies are still getting them and training their officers. Ian, what are the pros and cons of body cams?
I've worn one for 2 years, and I don't think I would do the job anymore without one.
Really?
However, there is a balance that needs to be struck. There's policies within the departments. There's laws and statutes that need to be examined. The good work of our professors in the legal area need to take a look at it. There's a lot of work still to be done.
Sounds like that's something you both agree, that the policies will have to come in place, and we'll have to continue to upgrade that.
I think that's absolutely right. It's not just a cure-all where you snap your fingers and say, okay, we're done. It's actually just the very beginning of working out all of the details.
All right, Ian Adams, Emily Chang, thank you both again for answering these questions, and we'll continue this conversation because it's one that's important. Thank you.
Thank you.